everyone, welcome back to Behavioral Finance. So far, we have learned about the difference between behavioral finance and standard finance. In this video, we will learn about one of the important theories of behavioral finance, that is prospect theory. Prospect theory, proposed by Kahneman and Tversky 1997, is the cornerstone of behavioral finance, which describes how an investor makes decisions when faced with uncertainty. They are awarded the Nobel Prize for their contribution. This theory is in contrast of expected utility theory. What is expected utility theory? That it deals with the analysis of situation where individuals must make a decision without knowing which outcomes may result from that decision. That is exactly the decision making under uncertainty, right? So, the individuals will choose the act that will result in the highest expected utility. It suggests that a rational choice, that is, choose an action with the highest expected utility. So, prospect theory is an improvisation of expected utility theory and helps to take decisions which are more realistic and close to real world situation. Prospect theory states that investors want to avoid losses and the disutility experienced by the investor because of a given loss is more than the utility gained by the same amount of gain. Losses have more emotional impact than an equivalent amount of gains. For example, the amount of utility gained from receiving rupees 50 should be equal to a situation in which you gained rupees 100 and then lost rupees 50. In both situations, the end result is a net gain of rupees 50, right? But most people view a single gain of rupees 50 more favorably than gaining rupees 100 and then losing rupees 50. See another example. Assume that the end result is receiving rupees 1000. One option is being given the straight rupees 1000. The other option is gaining rupees 2000 and losing rupees 1000. The utility of the rupees 1000 is exactly the same in both options. However, individuals are most likely to choose to receive straight cash because a single gain is generally observed as more favorable than initially having more cash and then suffering a loss. See another example. For question number 1, there are two choices. That is choice A, you have a 50% chance of gaining rupees 1000 and a 50% chance of gaining 0. Choice B, you have a 100% chance of gaining rupees 500. You must pick one of these, okay? The results of the study showed that an overwhelming majority of people choose B for question number 1. This is another situation used in that study. Here also you are given two choices. That is choice A, you have a 50% chance of losing rupees 1000 and a 50% chance of losing nothing. Choice B, you have a 100% chance of losing 500. And the result of the study showed that an overwhelming majority of people choose A for question 2. So the implication is that people are willing to settle for a reasonable level of gains even if they have a reasonable chance of earning more, but are willing to engage in risk-seeking behaviors where they can limit their losses. The prospect theory states that humans value gains and losses differently. We are more likely to sacrifice additional gains for certainty. That is, a bird in the hand is worth than two in the bush. Prospect theory is the basis of many other important concepts of behavioral finance like mental accounting, loss aversion, disposition effect, endowment effect, etc. It also helps in explaining the lottery insurance paradox, which says that people who buy lottery on one hand also buy insurance on the other, which in turn means that people are both risk averse as well as risk taker depending on the situation. So in short, we can say that in prospect theory, investors value gains and losses differently, placing more weight on perceived gains versus perceived losses. An investor presented with a choice, both equal, will choose the one presented in terms of potential gains. The prospect theory is a part of behavioral economics, suggesting investors choose perceived gains because losses cause a great emotional impact. So that's all for this video. In the coming video, we would be explaining about the disposition effect. Okay, thank you for watching the video.